Welcome to this episode of Hampton Roads Business Live. My name is Rory Graham and I'm your host, and today we have the pleasure of having with us Antione Hines from Veterans HomeFront. Welcome.
Thank you.
We didn't get a chance to talk a whole lot before the interview, but I did have a chance to go on your website. Very interesting organization you have. You want to give us an overview of that?
Well, Veterans HomeFront is basically our facilitating social entrepreneurship father-daughter organization in which we are creating a collaborative effort of veteran-owned businesses, veteran nonprofits, local organizations that want to come together and help out veterans. We create not only just the home itself to end veteran homelessness, but we create a home front for everyone to come into a collaborative effort, coalition, to really help end veteran homelessness, to end suicide prevention, to end domestic violence among our veterans in our community.
Yeah, I saw a stat on your website that 22 veterans commit suicide a day.
Yes,
that's just sad.
Yes, drastically, 22 veterans commit suicide.
Sad as anybody, but veteran, just to have a group like veterans, I mean, you know.
Yeah, from just PTSD, depression, the lack of transitioning back into the community, and the lack of support that they need to get back on their feet. That's where that feeling that's the last resort.
Is this something that your organization works to help?
Yes.
End. Okay. So what's well, I guess that is your mission then, right?
Well, our mission is basically, we say Veterans HomeFront, we're bridging the gaps and connecting the dots for veterans and communities in new ways.
Okay. Well, in Hampton Roads, that'd be a big deal because so much military here.
Yes, military everywhere, and we love to work with so many veterans and so many active duty military individuals to support the community through community service and community empowerment.
All right, so is that where the name Veterans HomeFront comes from?
Well, somewhat. Basically, I had a friend, we were already doing things in the community, volunteering, and she had said the name Veterans HomeFront because she felt that it was good, and I was like, okay, we'll run with it and everything. And I'm a veteran, I'm a 10-year veteran, I'm a disabled veteran. So I've been working with veterans over the past 10 years, and I've seen them be homeless, seen them go through issues, divorce, all those things. And I've personally have gone through divorce, suicidal thoughts, as well as being homeless, couch surfing, all those things, and looking for a job for 3 years while going back to school and trying to still take care of my daughter. So it is rampant throughout here and across the nation, and we want to just be a part of the solution.
And you work with other organizations as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We work with several national organizations. One is called The Mission Continues, which is a national veteran organization helping veterans to do a fellowship as well as do community service. We work with the Wounded Warriors Project, in which everyone knows them. I'm an alumni of the Wounded Warriors Project, in which we go to dinners, do socials, really help out with benefits and things across the nation. I also work with an organization called Team Rubicon, which is disaster relief of veterans and active duty going out and helping out like Sandy and different things inside the communities. I also work with Team RWB, Red, White, and Blue, in which they are running a social organization. So we're a collaborative effort of different organizations that support veterans, support every generation of veteran and active duty along their transition so that we are successful and then we can help out the community as a whole.
Okay, so you have just stepped on about 3 of my questions. So I'm just going to jump ahead and say, okay, well, you're certainly well connected.
Okay.
And you seem very passionate about your mission. Can you give us an example of a success story that you might have?
Well, basically, recently we housed on Veterans Day. We have been, well, probably several weeks before Veterans Day, we have been working on a house in which we had a sponsor his own house to house veterans, 2 homeless veterans. And we worked with the Judo Christian Outreach Center, which was already a shelter that was housing these 2 veterans, and they sleeping on bunk beds. Then we partnered with the STOP organization that gets funding from the government for, it's called Support Services for Veteran Families. And we actually, on Veterans Day, we housed these 2 veterans after 2 or 3 weeks of refurbishing, had funding from Home Depot, had our volunteers from Mission Continues and Wounded Warriors Project refurbish, paint, and do everything. My daughter was right out there. She was 9 years old, painting along with me, alongside us. But on Veterans Day, we housed them. We put them in there. We got furniture in there, and they were just delighted. We handed over their keys. Along with that, we since we just talked about 22 veterans commit suicide a day, we actually connected with a family of young man, who committed suicide back in February, and he had a letter in his pocket that said that he didn't want to live anymore being an addict, being homeless, and being on drugs and on pills every day. So we brought the family out there and we dedicated the house inside his name and what we're doing to bring awareness to suicide prevention and to end veteran homelessness.
That's great. So can anyone volunteer? Does it have to be a business or?
No, anyone. We say Veterans HomeFront, but the HomeFront is basically saying it's a home front for the whole community. It takes a community to raise, but it takes everyone to create a cohesive bond and strategic plan. I work with numerous cities and representatives to do this inside our community. So business owners, nonprofits, house mom, anyone can come out and volunteer. We have a website, we have Facebook, and we're doing things throughout Hampton Roads.
So everyone can help a veteran?
Yes.
Okay, well, they certainly help us.
Yes, we hone on basically for a veteran cause. We did a walk on Mount Trashmore, and it was a walk for veteran cause.
That was my, see, you're stepping on
stepping on you. Sorry.
Well, that's okay. It's your show. My next question was, well, then how do you raise this money and how do people donate?
Yeah, so right now, like I said, this is a grassroots building organization, and this is me and my daughter, as well as I have several different people in the community that are consultants in helping me do this. But it's funding, as with anyone knows, we're trying to raise $22,000 to actually start, get all our paperwork together, get the funding together, get gift cards for our homeless veterans, get gift cards for our volunteers. So we actually have a GoFundMe website in which you just GoFundMe// Veterans HomeFront, which we're raising the money on there. But then we actually, every month on the 22nd, we do an event. This past November the 22nd, we walked on Mount Trashmore. We raised probably $200, $300, and we had almost 30 people walking for a veteran cause. Coming here in December 22nd, we're going to actually be sorting gifts, wrapping gifts, and giving gifts for a veteran cause. So we're going to actually be raising funding for that at that point in time too, but throughout the season, we're raising funds for
Okay, so
veteran
people can
cause.
donate money, they can donate time, they can get involved in one of the events, they can be a business, an organization, or an individual.
Yes, we even have real estate and homeowners that are sponsoring homes as well as sponsoring different activities that we're doing. Food at the different events, gift cards. We're saying give a gift card for a homeless veteran, give a gift card for one of our volunteers that are doing boots on the ground homeless intervention. Every Saturday morning we feed the homeless inside of some of the parking lots locally. There are 15 to 20 people in different parking lots that are sleeping in their cars. And we as veterans, we go out there on our own and help them along with the churches in the community.
Yeah. Okay, is there anything I haven't touched on, or I should say, is there anything you haven't touched on?
Well, what we want to say is that with Veterans HomeFront, it's not just grassroots, just people inside the community, but we're actually honing in on the cities. I sit on the regional task force to end homelessness. I work on different continuum of cares in which we are continually working with the mayors as well as the representatives in our cities to end veteran homelessness. We're in the middle of a 100-day challenge in which we are looking for more homeowners, looking for more homes to actually house these veterans. We're working with the VA hand in hand in which we are trying to do these things on an ongoing basis, but we're looking for more people to become peer-to-peer support specialists, in which we will train you to actually, if you've been on drugs, if you had alcoholism, if you had PTSD, different things, but we want you to be a peer-to-peer support specialist to help us on those avenues and volunteer. Just my daughter, who's 9 years old, has done probably over 500 hours this past year and supports what we're doing. So if she can do it, I believe anyone can do it.
Well, you certainly sound very passionate about it and very committed.
Yes.
And so I'm sure you're going to be successful with it. I sure hope so. If you would like to participate in one form or another, either a donation of some sort, of your time, money, get your company involved, or your family involved, they could use the help at many different levels. The contact information is at the end of this video and at the bottom of this page. and way for you to connect with them. It's a worthy cause. Anybody in Hampton Roads, you certainly know people in the military, and you know how hard they work for us and all. So it's a great cause to get involved in, and this time of year, it's a special cause to get involved in. So I encourage you to check it out at the links below. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
All right.